Hello guys, now we have to discuss about flutter and in that flutter we have seen some applications like applications and so on. Now let us go into the deep definition of flutter. What is mean of flutter? In the simplest terms, flutter is a software development project from Google for building cross-platform apps. Flutter apps consist of a series of packages, plugins, and widgets, but that's not all. Flutter is a process, a philosophy, and a community as well. I'm going to the means elaborate in this definition. We know that a Flutter is a software thing that was developed by Google, and it was came into the force in 2017. In 2017 for building cross-platform apps, it means the Flutter is a good software that will helpful for both beginners and the professional programmers to write a code on the Flutter apps. Mainly we see that Flutter is not even a programming language. Means it is absolutely not a programming language, but it is a but it uses a dot programming language. We know that the dot programming language and so on. In data programming language, we used to develop the apps and so on. We know that about Microsoft Word. We see that in Microsoft Word, there when we are typing the text on the keyboard, absolutely the output also shown by the Word document. It means it going to the give the actual. And the output of that like that means it was on going to the dot program language. The same thing will happen when we are writing the code. The code output also will come outside of that as the output. And Flutter apps consists of a series of packages. We know that some languages like Python, Java, and so on. Yeah, as well as in the software apps, there is also one package, plugins, and widgets, but not at all. Flutter is a process, a philosophy, and a community as well. Before I like to discuss about creating a new app using Flutter. Means before I said that how to make apps using this Flutter software. You can create an app with the flutter command. Means flutter create receipts. Flutter creates receipt. There are two simple ways to start a new Flutter app. One is the IDE, Integrated Development Environment. Alternatively, you can create an app with the flutter command. You know that flutter command I have shown you on the picture on the presentation. And open a terminal window. So first, before going to the passing this command on the thing, open a terminal window. Then navigate to the location where you want to create a new folder for the project. For the project, you need to think that Flutter create receipts. Means receipts is our project name, and we have to create that receipts. You know that receipts means when we are going to the Amazon or something Swiggy, Zomato. When we open the application, they will show that some of the receipts like Maggi noodles and so on. Example. Next, I'm going to show the output which I have done in the program language. The program language like that means that main.dat. It was my application which was built, and after that, if we sample, means it was a demo of the thing. When we run the code, the output was having the application like run app, word main, and so on, and making the app yours. Means Before I shown that that is my app, now let us discuss about what how we can make the app on our own. Means task map means the name the app is a good place to start because the flutter create command puts all the boilerplate together for you to get up and running, but it's not your app. It's literally my app as you can see near the top of main dot, you can see that main receipts, and I'm going to the deep system about the code which I have written in the before presentation, and I like to say what main task my app extends means this defines a new dot task name of my app which extends or inherits from stateless widget. As we know that uh, we, uh, we are very familiar about Java programming. We are very familiar about the Java programming. In Java programming, we seen that we are inheriting the some parent class from the childhood to child class. Means we attend in the properties of which the parent is activating that thing, and this defines in fact almost everything that makes up the user interface is a widget. A stateless widget does not change after you build it. You will learn a lot more about widgets and state in the next section. For now, just think of my app as a container for the app. Since you are building a receipt app, you don't want to main class to be named my app. You want it to be receipt app. While you could change it manually in multiple places, you will reduce the chance of a copy and paste error or typo by using the IDs rename action instead. This lets you rename a symbol, add its definition, and all its colors at the same time. Uh, what mean run app receipt? The receipt app. What main is the entry point for the main here which that I'm showing the I'm showing my cursor on the top of the words which are shown. Main is the entry point for the code when the app launches. Run app tells further which is the top level widget for the application. A hard to load won't include the code changes you just made. To run the new code, you need to perform a hard restart. In this specific case, you would not notice any change in the UI. You know that the UI means user interface, user interface styling your app. Styling your app. To continue making this into a new app, you will customize the appearance of your widgets next. Replace receipts or build with this code changes the appearance of the app. A widget's build method is the entry point for comparison. A widget's build method is the entry point for composing together other widgets to make a new widget. A theme determines visual aspects like theme color, theme. A theme determines visual aspects like color. The default theme data will show the standard material defaults, material app uses, material design, and is the widget that will be included in the recipe. The title of the app is a description of the device used to identify the app. Do you want to display this? By copying the theme and replacing the color scheme with an updated copy lets you change the app's colors. Here the primary color is colors.gray and the second color is colors.black. This still uses the same My Home Page widget as before, but now we have updated the title and displayed it on the device. When you relaunch the app now, you will see the same widgets, but they have a more sophisticated style. You have taken the first step towards making the app your own by customizing the material app body. You would finishing Cleaning up the app in the next section. Your theme is app, but it's still displaying the counter demo. Clean the screen is your next step to start. Replace the My Homepage state class with class My Homepage. A quick look at what this shows. Inside, I'll let you show the presentation which is on the presentation. A scaffold provides the high level structure for the screen. In this case, you are using two properties. App bar. App bar gets a title property by using a text widget that has a title passed in from home, my home page, title receipt calculator in the previous step. Body safe area. My cursor is turning on the body safe area, which keeps the app from getting too close to the operating system interface, such as the notch or interactive areas at the home indicator at the bottom of some iOS screens. Safe area has a child widget, which is an empty container widget. One hot reload data and you are left with a clean app. Building a receipt list. An anti-receipt app is not very useful. The app should have a nice list of receipts for the user to scroll through before you can display this. However, you need the data to fill out the UA. Adding a data model. You will use receipt as the main data system for receipts in this app. Create a new dot file in the library folder named receipt.dart. Add the foreign class to the class. This is the start of the receipt model with a label and an image. You will also need to supply some data for the app to display in a full-featured app. You'd load this data either from local database or a JSON database API for the sake of simplicity as you get started with Flutter. However, you will use hard-coded data in this chapter. Add the following method to receipt by replacing a to-do add list here with. This is a hard-coded list of receipts. You will add more detail later, but right now it's just a list of names and emails. You have created a list with emails, but you don't have any emails in your budget. To add them, go to Finder and copy the assets folder from the top level of to Hello Flutter in the book materials of a project's folder structure. When you are done, it is showed live at the same level as the live folder. That way the app will be able to find the emails when you run it. You will notice that by copy pasting in Finder, the folder and emails automatically display in the Android Studio project list. But just adding assets to the project does not display them in the app. To tell the app to include those assets, open that assets project. Display the result. The data ready to go. Your next step is to create a place for the data to go to. Back in main.dart, you need to import the data file so the code in main.dart can find it. Add the following to the top of the file under the other import lines. Import receipt.dart. Next, in my homepage, state safe areas for child. This code does the following: builds a list using list view. Item count determines the number of rows the list has. In this case, length is the number of objects in the receipt.samples list. Item builder builds the widget tree for each row. A text widget displays the name of the recipe. Perform a hot reload now. Output of the putting the list into a card. It's a great that you are displaying real data now, but this is barely an app. To specify things up a notch, you need to add images to do along with the titles. To do this, you will use a card in material design. Cards define an area of the UI where you have laid out related information about a specific entity. For example, a card is a music application. Might have a labels for an album's title, artist and release date, along with an image for the album cover and maybe a control for editing it with stars. Your receipt card will show the receipts label and image. Its widget tree will have the following structure. In main.dot at the bottom, my home page state, create a custom widget by replacing to-do add build a request. Here's how you define your new custom card widget. You return a card from build receipt card. The card's child properties column. A column is a widget that defines a vertical layout. The column has two children. The first child is an image widget. Is an image asset image states that the image is fetched from the local asset bundle defined in. A text widget is the second child. It will contain the receipt label. Hot restart the app to see the image and text cards. To see the widget and text cards. And finally, summarize the points. Summarizing the points. Summarizing the points. Building a new app, Flutter create use widgets to compose the screen with controls and layout. Use widget parameters for styling. A material app widget specifies the app and the scaffold specifies the highlight structure of a given screen. State allows for interactive widgets. When state changes, you usually need to hot restart the app instead of hot reload. In some cases, you may also need to rebuild and restart the app entirely. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.